So for split radix inverse fast Fourier algorithm from xk k equal to 0 until 7, it consists of radix 4 even, x0, 2, 4 and 6, and radix 4 odd, x1, 3, 5 and 7. For radix 4 even, it consists of radix 2 even, x4 and x0 and x4 that based on r equal to 0 and 2, so this is radix 2 even, and radix 2 odd based on r equal to 1 and 3, which is 4, x2 and x6. Based on radix 4 odd, we have radix 2 even, x1 and x5 that based on r0 and r2 respectively, and for radix 2 odd, it based on r equal to 1 and r equal to 3 for x3 and x7 respectively. And this is the split butterfly signal flow for 8-point inverse fast Fourier transform from xk to determine xn. So the first 4 is from radix 4 even, and it consists of radix 2 even, x0 and x4, and also radix 2 odd, x2 and x6. So the next one is radix 4 odd, and it consists of radix 2 even, x1 and x5, and also radix 2 odd, x3 and x7. So at this point, this is x0, this is also x0. From this one, this is x4, and this is multiplied with negative 1, we have negative x4. So from this line, this is x2, and this is also x2. From this one, this is x6, and we have negative x6 here after this one multiplied with negative 1. So at this point, we have x0 plus x4. For this point, we have x0 minus x4. For the summation point, we have x2 plus x6, and for this one, we have x2 minus x6. So we have settled the radix 4 even equation. And for radix 4 odd, we have x1 here and x1 for this line. This is x5 and this is negative x5 after we multiply with negative 1. And the next one, we have x3 for this one and also this one. And from this x7, we have x7 here and this one negative x7 after we multiply with negative 1. So for this point, we have x1 plus x5, x1 minus x5, x3 plus x7, and x3 minus x7. So the next one, this equation is actually equal to g0. Okay, and we note that this one is actually w negative n for n point n equal to 8. Okay, so this one is equation for g0. Okay, this one for G1, this one for G2, this one for G3, this one for H0, this one for H1, this one for H2, and this one for H3. So we sum at this point, this is summation point, so this is G0. Okay, from H0 multiply with W0, which is 1. So we have G0 plus H0 multiply with 1 over 8. So we have this equation for x0. So the next one, this is G1. Okay, plus from this one. So we have this function. Okay, multiply with H1. So G1 at this point, plus this W1 function multiply with H1 multiply with 1 over 8. This is for x1. Okay, 1 over 8 multiply with this summation function G1 plus this is W1 multiply with H1. Okay, so the next one is for x2. So this is G2 plus this function. Okay, this is W2 multiply with H2. So at this function, at the summation notes, G2 plus W2 multiply with H2, which is J. So multiply with 1 over 8. So we have this function, this equation for x2. So the next one for x3, we have this is G3 plus, okay, this is W3 multiply with H3. Okay, and then at this point multiply with 1 over 8. So this is W3. Okay, so this is the function for x3. So the next one for x4, we have from this point we have this one G0. Okay, G0. Okay, plus this function W0 is 1 multiply with H0, and then at this point it will be multiplied with W4, which is equal to -1, so it becomes negative H0. So G0 minus H0, at this point multiply with 1 over 8, we have x4. So the next one for x5, at this point we have G1. Okay, plus this function. Okay, this one multiply with this one, and then again multiply with this one. So this function, okay, it becomes negative. Okay, after multiply with this one, so we have, and at this point it will be multiplied with 1 over 8. So 1 over 8 multiply with the summation for this node G1 with negative this one, -1 minus -1 minus J, multiply with this function and H1. So the next one is for x6. So this is the value of W6, -1. So this one from G2. Okay, from G2. And then in this case we have H2 multiply with J multiply with -1 for W6, so it becomes negative JH2, and then this function for this node multiply with 1 over 8. And the last one we have x7. From this point we use G3 plus, okay, this function H3 multiply with this one, and then this one multiply with -1, so this function become +1 minus J multiply with H3. So the summation of this point for G3 and this function multiply with 1 over 8, and it produces x7.